Imagine you're traveling the world, and in each country, the dynamics between men and women shift dramatically. But why? Have you ever wondered why some cultures emphasize more traditional, submissive roles for women while others promote complete equality? In today's video, we'll explore a controversial topic: the top 8 countries where women are viewed as more submissive. Now, before you draw any conclusions, let's address what submissive really means in different societies. We'll start by diving into a tense and often misunderstood subject, one that sparks debates across cultures: the concept of female submission. What does it look like in daily life? How do traditions and social norms shape these dynamics? Number 1. Japan. Japan is a country where ancient traditions meet the fast pace of modern life, and this clash is especially clear in how women's roles are perceived. But why do many still associate Japanese women with submission, and is that really the case today? Historically, Japan's Confucian roots emphasized modesty and family, often positioning women in supportive roles. These expectations are reinforced by popular media like anime and TV dramas, where traditional femininity is idealized. Even now, women are portrayed in media as quiet and graceful, echoing these traditional values, which can shape societal perceptions. However, many Japanese women are defying these norms, pursuing careers and independence while navigating lingering cultural expectations. Japan is evolving, but the balance between modern empowerment and traditional values remains a complex issue. Japan's women are at a crossroads, challenging old norms while respecting their cultural roots, making it a fascinating place to watch how gender roles evolve. Number 2. India. India's rich culture and traditions heavily shape women's societal roles. But how does this blend of history and modernity influence perceptions of female submissiveness? At the core of India's social fabric is the traditional family unit, often living under one roof, where arranged marriages are still common. These marriages, intended to solidify familial alliances, can create expectations that women prioritize family duties over personal freedom, contributing to the idea of submissiveness. Rituals and festivals in India often portray women as nurturers and family caretakers. These practices reinforce the idea that women's primary role is to support their families, furthering perceptions of submission in the household. In urban areas, women are increasingly pursuing education, careers, and independence, challenging traditional roles. However, rural areas often hold more tightly to conservative values, expecting women to adhere to defined roles. This contrast shows the dynamic shift in women's roles in India, where tradition and modern aspirations continuously influence perceptions of submission. Number 3. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is renowned for its strict social structures and traditions. But how do guardianship laws and religious customs influence the perception of women's submissiveness? The guardianship system is a key factor shaping women's roles in Saudi Arabia. Women require permission from male guardians, father, husband, or brother, for major decisions like traveling, working, or studying. This has historically restricted women's autonomy, reinforcing perceptions of submissiveness. Religious influence and social norms. Religion strongly influences gender roles in Saudi society. Islamic teachings are often interpreted to uphold traditional values of modesty and obedience for women. Strict dress codes like the abaya and limited social freedoms reinforce the idea that women are expected to conform to societal norms, which often suggest submissiveness. Shifting toward change. However, recent years have seen significant reforms. Women's rights movements have gained momentum, advocating for changes in the guardianship system and expanded freedoms. Major progress includes women gaining the right to drive and access various professions. While change is gradual and met with resistance, these reforms indicate a shift toward greater female empowerment and autonomy. Saudi Arabia is in the midst of an important transformation. Though deeply rooted in tradition and religion, the push for women's rights signals that change is underway. The evolving balance between guardianship, religion, and activism highlights the ongoing journey toward gender equality. Number 4. South Korea. In South Korea, traditional Confucian values mix with modern trends, shaping women's roles. How do these dynamics impact perceptions of submission? Confucianism historically enforced strict gender roles in South Korea, placing women in supportive, family-oriented positions. Male authority and respect for hierarchy have long guided societal expectations, with women prioritizing caregiving and household responsibilities. Cultural shifts through K-pop has reshaped female images, blending traditional and modern ideals. Female idols project beauty and empowerment, offering role models for young women. Yet, these standards also push unrealistic beauty expectations, which can subtly reinforce submissive traits. Emerging empowerment. Despite societal pressures, more South Korean women are pursuing higher education and careers, actively challenging traditional roles. This shift reflects a broader push toward gender equality, with women increasingly defining their own paths. While Confucian values continue to shape societal norms, South Korea is changing. Women are navigating a blend of tradition and modernity, asserting greater independence in this evolving landscape. Number 5. Russia. Russia's historical and cultural backdrop reveals how women navigate traditional roles alongside modern expectations. How has this duality shaped perceptions of submission? In the Soviet era, gender equality was promoted in the workforce, with women occupying key roles in fields like science and education. However, they were still expected to manage traditional caregiving roles at home, creating a dual burden that continues to shape views on women's responsibilities today. Traditional family values. Even now, traditional family roles remain strong in Russia. Women are often seen as primary caregivers and household managers, reinforcing perceptions of submission, especially in rural areas where these norms are more deeply rooted. Challenging norms. However, there is a shift. With higher education and career opportunities becoming more accessible, women are challenging these traditional norms and seeking more independence. This reflects a growing movement toward gender equality, even though traditional family expectations persist. While the legacy of Soviet-era values and traditional family roles still affects Russian women's lives, modern pushes for independence and empowerment signal that change is on the horizon. Number 6. Thailand. Thailand's cultural and economic dynamics, shaped by religious teachings and tourism, heavily influence women's roles. How do these elements affect perceptions of submission? Buddhism is central to Thai life, advocating values like humility, compassion, and family loyalty. Women, often seen as caretakers, are expected to prioritize family needs over personal ambitions, which can contribute to a perception of submissiveness. The role of tourism. The tourism sector plays a notable role in reinforcing feminine stereotypes. Women working in hospitality and entertainment often face pressure to emphasize beauty and modesty, further contributing to the idea of submission in these roles. Modern shifts. Despite these pressures, many Thai women are pursuing education and careers, challenging traditional expectations. This reflects a modern shift where women redefine their identities while balancing tradition with contemporary goals. Although Thailand's culture and tourism shape traditional gender roles, the growing push for education and career opportunities is shifting the narrative. Women are increasingly embracing both tradition and modern empowerment. Number 7. Brazil. Machismo. Culture, carnival, and shifting perspectives. Brazil's cultural dynamics are shaped by machismo and lively traditions like carnival. How do these factors contribute to the perception of submissiveness among women? Brazil's machismo culture reinforces traditional gender roles, often positioning men as dominant figures while expecting women to be more passive, especially in the household. This cultural norm impacts how society perceives women's behavior, particularly in domestic settings. Influence of cultural celebrations. However, Carnival and Samba celebrate women's confidence and expressiveness, showcasing a different facet of femininity. While these cultural expressions empower women, they also contribute to the objectification and idealization of women, creating conflicting societal expectations. Growing empowerment. In recent years, women's rights movements have gained traction in Brazil, challenging machismo and advocating for gender equality. More women are breaking away from traditional roles, asserting their independence both at home and in society. Brazilian women are navigating the complexities of machismo culture and traditional celebrations while seeking empowerment and equality, showcasing their resilience in redefining societal expectations. Number 8. Mexico. In Mexico, family and cultural traditions play a significant role in shaping women's roles. But how do these factors contribute to perceptions of submissiveness? Family values are paramount in Mexican society, with women traditionally expected to serve as the primary caregivers. This expectation can create a sense of submissiveness, as women often prioritize family needs over personal aspirations, particularly in rural areas where traditional values are more prominent. Traditional celebrations and gender roles events like quinceañeras and Dia de los Muertos highlight the importance of women in family life, but they also reinforce traditional views of femininity and domesticity, emphasizing women's roles as nurturers. Urban versus rural dynamics. However, in urban areas, women are increasingly pursuing education and careers, challenging traditional expectations. This contrast between rural and urban experiences reflects the ongoing evolution of gender roles in Mexico, where modern influences are reshaping traditional family structures. While traditional family values still play a strong role, Mexican women are increasingly defining their roles on their own terms, challenging societal expectations and seeking greater independence. In this video, we explored the cultural perceptions of submissive women across 8 diverse countries, each with unique historical and social contexts. From Japan's blend of tradition and modernity to Saudi Arabia's legal frameworks, we examined how religion, family structures, and cultural rituals shape women's roles. We also highlighted how pop culture influences South Korea and the role of machismo in Brazil, showing the complexities of gender dynamics globally. A key takeaway is that perceptions of submissiveness are deeply tied to cultural values and differ widely. Understanding these nuances offers valuable insights into the experiences of women worldwide. If you think this video was surprising, check out 10 countries where feminicide is prevalent for more eye-opening insights. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.